everyone. I know it's been a while since I recorded a video. And the reason being is because I like to meditate on what is being given to me. I like to sit and make sure that it's what God meant for me. It's the message He wants me to deliver. I'm not doing this for fame and clout. I'm doing this because it's a part of my journey. And what He is leading me to do. So I agreed to obey, and that's all. But today we're going to talk about forgiveness and healing. One can't happen without the other. And I mean truly forgiving. You know, most importantly, the biggest problem we have is forgiving ourselves. We can forgive others or say that we forgive others. But the hardest part is forgiving yourself. You know, we have a hard time forgiving ourselves for mistakes we've made, you know, that we allowed to set us back in life. We find it hard to forgive ourselves for what we allow others to do to us, the main ones that we say we forgive for doing it, but yet we haven't forgiven ourselves for allowing it to happen. And that's important. That's the most important part of forgiveness, is forgiving yourself, being able to forgive you for what you feel like you could have done different, for what you feel like you've done wrong. And once you can do that, then that's when healing can start. You open yourself up to be healed. You open yourself up for God to come in and do His work. Mend those wounds, you know, mend those broken hearts. And then place back that value in your life that you feel like you lost. It's important that we all realize the healing process. That's the only way to get to your true destiny and purpose in life, is opening up yourself to be healed. No matter where you come from, no matter what you've been through, no matter how hard and difficult the road in life may have been, there's still healing for you. There's still a chance to redeem yourself and redeem your life back. But it takes an individual to make that choice. We get so caught up in superficial things that's not even that important. And we realize, and we forget about what's really important in life. And the really important thing is being able to heal from those things that have held us back, that have stunted our growth, that have blocked a few blessings. And understand that you have an opportunity for restore. But in order to be restored, you have to first start the healing process. And sometimes people don't start that process because you got to look back. You have to analyze your life. You have to be able to look back onto those things. And you have to be willing to make some changes, do things different, change your perspective about things, change your perspective about people, and why this happened to you and what's the purpose of it. You have to realize that everything happens for a reason. I know we've heard that statement before, but there is some real truth to that. And some of the worst things that happen to us, or what we feel like is the worst things, happen to us to trigger something else in our lives to take place. Whether it's needed to start the healing process, that we needed to start, that we've delayed for so long and we did not do? Or is it, or maybe to trigger that change, that move, that let go? Life is truly what you make of it. It's not just an understatement. It is truly what you make of it. It doesn't mean that it's going to be perfect. It doesn't mean that there's not going to be any tragedy. But sometimes tragedy comes to spark healing. Like, there's this movie called The Shack. I would recommend you watch it. It's about a man who had a very rough childhood coming up. Daddy was an alcoholic. He beat his mom. He beat him. There is no love in the household. You know, and he gets grown. And he has a family of his own. And he still struggled with his past pains. However, in the midst of on a family vacation, his youngest daughter get kidnapped. And the worst tragedy can happen to this family, where the little girl was killed, and of course they never found the body. You know. But one day he was, and this created much, you know, it rekindled the pain he had when he was younger, that he never let it go, that freed his anger that was already, that he had already probably pushed in the back of him, that he never really healed from and never really dealt with. So this tragedy only pushed him further into this being, where he was just a corpse, you know, no feeling, no connection with his other kids. He lost dad. This tragedy really took him through something. But one day he had to go back to this shack, it showed. He went back to the shack, got a message that was portrayed to be from God, that led him back to the same shack where his daughter was brutally murdered. Little girl. And he spends the whole weekend at the shack, but what he encounters, he never imagined in his life. He encountered God in all forms that he is, that he comes in. And after this encounter over the weekend, he found his healing. He learned how to work through his tragedy. He learned how to live through the tragedy and realize that some things are meant to be a sacrifice. You know, to a catalyst for change. Some tragedies is a catalyst for change. But one has to see that for itself. One has to be willing to walk through the dark night of the soul in order to find healing, in order to embark on healing. And that is a hard thing. Everybody are not built or equipped to do that. But these things are necessary. to find your purpose and your destiny. We've all had things that happen to us that we may not be happy about. Still holding on to childhood trauma, still holding on to who hurt you when you was a kid. It's time to let those things go so you can start healing, because all those things doing is blocking you, starting your growth, holding you back, keeping you in this angry keeping you as this angry person just going through life, existing. You want to live. To exist is just not enough. It's time to start living. And in order to live your full purpose in life, you have to be willing to heal from those things that might not have been so glorious in life. We all make mistakes. We all do things that we may not be happy about. But hey, it's life. You got to get up and see your way through it still. So guys, I hope that you found this message helpful, or some of it, or even all of it. Thank you for visiting my channel. Like, share, subscribe. Until the next time, have a good day.